Hi you guys, it's me, Chris Colley. I am in the rubber room, just kind of really impromptu this morning. I had some extra kits left for this card, and it is like so gorgeous. So I thought I'd pop on, I'd share it with you, and then I'd offer you an opportunity to grab one of these kits. I actually have 3 extra ones. During our team meeting last month, I showcased the treat bags. So these are part of a Halloween suite. They're iridescent treat bags. There's 20 of them in a bag, and they're like, I don't know how much of that you can see, but it's so cool. I used some of them for Halloween treats. We made 2 different cards with them as make and takes at our meeting. And for this one, it's kind of like a shaker card, and it has these little shakers in it, and these are the loose shaker elements, and they're kind of iridescent too. So they were like the perfect thing to pair and make this into a shaker card. So most of my things are already done. So I'll just walk you through how I did them, and we'll get started. So, and you can see how this shakes, and then on the inside, we just added a piece of white cardstock with a little iridescent snowflake. And I did pre-cut those snowflakes. So we're going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 Night of Navy cardstock. It's scored on the 8.5 side at 4 1/4. I got myself a new bone folder. I love it. It was for World Card Making Day. I actually held a World Card Making Day event, and everybody got a personalized bone folder that came. I have like a bazillion bone folders, but mine are all like, they look like this. They have just gunk all over them. This was from a center stage. I don't know when. This one was from 218 from a center stage, and you can see I put my name on it because it's like a treasure. I don't know how they get so dirty and gross, and what's even worse is I don't know why I keep them and don't toss them. Obviously, I've gotten a nice new one that I like to use, but I keep the old ones. I don't know why. Just a little thing in me, I guess. Are you guys like that? Do you have old things that just kind of hang around and you don't know why, but you just hang on to them? Okay, so I have this envelope, and I used, let's see, the dies. We're going to take out that piece, and this piece we're going to stamp our sentiment on. And then we have some of these little adhesive-backed accessories that I punched out. Those 2 I think are kind of iridescent looking. And then I have some snowflakes that I punched out. And I think I used a couple on the front, maybe 3. I'll just take a handful of them out. And whatever we don't use, I can stick back in there. And I used some ombre glitter paper so you can see they're kind of a little bit of a different color, each of them. So, and that's kind of fun too, I think. We'll take out a couple more so we have some different sizes to work with. Because the ombre has kind of a sparkly iridescent look to it too. So these are the pieces that are available for your kits to go. And then we have this piece here, and we have a piece of white cardstock that is going to go inside here. Let me see what I did with that piece. I'm sure it's right here somewhere. I just always come with all of my pieces and so prepared, and then I get here and don't have all of my pieces, and I'm not prepared. All right, here it is. So this piece was cut to fit, and we'll just kind of move all of these pieces aside. And this piece was cut to fit right inside this iridescent bag. So to start off with, I used my Peaceful Greenery embossing folder and embossed this image on it. If I put my little Night and Navy cardstock in there, you can see how gorgeous this embossing folder is. And so I just embossed it right onto my bag. And this is one of my favorite embossing folders because it has dies that coordinate with it. This Peace on Earth stamp set has these gorgeous dies. And what I did was I cut these out of Night of Navy paper, and they layer right on top of each other. So I just layered them up and then cut it, and then you get this really cool frame. When you just layer these two, you get this really cool frame, which I really, really liked for this particular card. And then I used the Greetings of the Season dies. These dies are retired, but I hang on to mine because, I mean, look at them. You can see why, right? There are so many different sizes and shapes, and they're just kind of perfect for any sort of sentiment that I'm using. And then I used the Snowflake Kisses stamp set for the words. I used May the Chill of Winter Be Warmed by Love and Friendship. I thought that was really kind of a nice one. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our embossed bag, and I'm just going to take my piece of basic white cardstock and put it into that bag. I'm going to kind of stick it out a little bit because I want my image to be centered there. So I want it kind of like that. So I'm going to fold over this end, and I'm going to tape it down. And I usually have some Scotch tape here, but I don't. So I'm going to take my sticky strip tape here, this little white tape, and tape it down, but I'm not going to, and this is called tear and tape because you can actually just tear it like that, and you have what you want. I'm not going to take the back off. I'm actually going to kind of put another, because I'm going to take it off when I stick it down to my card, my Night of Navy card. So I'm not going to take it off right yet. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my little sprinkles, shaker elements, and I have a little tester spoon that I keep handy. I don't know, I like the Dairy Queen in the summertime, and they have these little ice cream testers that you can use. So I'm just going to use that and put about 2 or 3 little scoops of sequins in here. I'm just going to do 2 because I think that that's enough to kind of shake around in there. Isn't that cool? I just love that. These little cards that have a little something extra in them. Okay. And then I'm going to take this end, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold it over really tight. I'm going to use my bone folder here. Just give it a little crease. Make sure it's down nice and tight. And again, I'm just going to put a couple little pieces. You can put one long piece on here if you want. I have a little bit more control, I feel like, when I use smaller pieces. So that's what I'm going to do, is a smaller piece. And then I'm going to take my adhesive. I'm just going to add it all the way around this bag. And I don't know about you guys, when you're working with your snail, you want to hold it like this, straight up, so that it doesn't come back on you. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and peel off my tape backing. Maybe I am. And that's just going to give you a little bit extra sticky back there. Which you can see my hand is sticking to. And you really, if you can't get that off, if it's a big, you can always use your take your pick tool. Let me grab mine here. So you have that little pointy end there, and just slide that under and it comes right up. Okay. And then we're going to center that right on the front of our card. Just like that. So you can see how quick and easy this comes together. And I'm hoping you can see the little embossed image there. Then I'm going to put this one down. And let's see, I actually used some dimensionals on this one and then centered my words on there. Okay, so to use my dimensionals, I actually am going to use my mini dimensionals and my Stampin' mini dimensionals here. I'm going to cut those right in half. We had a meeting the other day, we were talking about how these snips have become like gold now that Stampin' Up! Isn't making them anymore. And I take mine, I go to a retreat and take mine and have them sharpened, and they are like, it's $10 for a pair of snips when you could get them. And I took mine, like, would pay $5 to have them sharpened. Okay, so you can see I've cut these. They're little teeny tiny now, so they're going to fit right behind this frame. But I would take them and have them sharpened for $5, and I took them and sharpened them so many times for $5 instead of replacing them, just had them sharpened. And until the man sharpening them said, there's no hope. The blade is too thin. I cannot possibly sharpen them anymore. And again, that's one of those things that I thought, okay, those $10 snips, I bet I've had sharpened 5 times. So that's like $25 in sharpening on top of my $10 snips. But now I'm glad I did, because I still have some snips to get me through until Stampin' Up! Finds a replacement source for ours. So I'm just kind of sticking these dimensionals on there. And again, if you want to use your take your pick tool to help you with that, you can. Lots of people have lots of little tips and tricks that keep them going and make things a little bit faster for them. So feel free to stick those in the comments if you have a special way to do this that makes it easier for you. But I'm just kind of sticking them on there. And I'm going to put one on each end. Now remember, our sequins are closed up inside this envelope. So we don't need to worry about them sneaking out and getting all over inside of our the envelope we're sending them in. This makes a pretty one to kind of use on the outside of a gift bag too. Okay, so if you want this card kit, you're going to get everything that you see here exactly as you see it, other than this tag. For the tag, you're going to get the die cut piece, but you're going to have to stamp your own sentiment on it. Stampin' Up! Rules say that we can't send you stamped images in a kit. So I'm just going to give you the die cut, and you can provide your own stamped image. I did stamp mine in Night of Navy ink. So I can mail this kit to you for $10, or you can make a minimum $50 purchase on my website at rubberroom.stampinup.net, and I will send this kit to you for free. You'll have your little shakers, your snowflakes, everything you've seen here. And you can refer back to this video to see exactly how I put it together too. I'm going to put this in here. Now you'll notice that it has a hole right there. These dies were originally intended to be made into tags. So I'm going to cover up that little hole with a bow. So I'm going to make a little bow out of linen thread. If you guys don't have linen thread is like one of those things that I try never to run out of. It's only $5, so it's like, okay, I can stick that on with almost any order at $5, and it's like perfect for so many things. So I'm just going to tie my bow, make my little side pieces here, cut it down here, and I'm going to put this on with a glue dot, a little mini glue dot. And I'm going to share with you guys when I finish this some of the cards we've been doing in my classes. In January, I'm going to be picking up my business a bit, and I will be doing an online club, monthly club, and I will also be doing my classes to go. So you'll get kits similar to this one with tutorials. Whoops, went to put that away and put my put my linen thread in my box there. Oh, okay, so now we are down to these snowflakes. So I'm going to take a big one, and I'm just going to add a glue dot to the back of it. And I'm going to do a big one and a little one on the other side, the other corner. And then I'm going to do a big one on the inside. So I'm going to put glue dots on all of those. All right, now I can put my glue dots away. And we're going to pop one up here, just kind of like that. And then these are going to go down here. I have my camera set up so I can't see your comments, but I will get to them after I'm done. I'll be able to flip my camera around and see them, and I'll let you know if you have any questions that you shared there. I will help you out and try and answer them. Okay, so these are adhesive backed, so I'm just going to pop them off and pop them into the center of my snowflakes. Real quick and easy, but it's just going to add a little more of that iridescent kind of finished look to it. And again, if you're take your pick tool gal, you can use it. A lot of people like to use the gummy part of theirs, take your pick tool to pick it up with. There we go. And then I'm going to open it up, and just this white piece is going to go inside. You'll also get that in your kit. And when I say $10, that does include mailing it to you. So it's like $10 all inclusive. All you're going to have to do is add your sentiment here to it. And I have one more little sparkly snowflake I'm just going to put right down there. Okay, so it'll be a quick and easy card for you to put together. Look at that. How fun is that? I think that may be one of my funnest little shaker cards yet. So I love that iridescent bag too. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. I know it was impromptu. If you didn't catch it live and you're catching the replay, please let me know. And I hope to see you guys soon. I'm going to start doing more videos. In fact, in November, I have scheduled 2 days on my November calendar to do videos. So be sure and check those out. My November calendar has posted already. So last night and yesterday, I did my Holiday Stamp-A-Stick. Holiday Stamp-A-Stick is a class where we make 10 cards, 2 each of 5 designs. And we had a really good time. They're quicker, easier cards so that you can get 10 of them done in 2 hours. But this is the first one we made. which I think might be my favorite. I never thought of Pretty Peacock as a Christmas color, but I really like it. And then this is the inside of your card. I always put it on the back of my envelopes so the gals can see it, but I will adhere it here. So that was one. These classes are $30, and I do have one more coming up on November, I think it's November 10th, maybe. I can't remember, but it is on my calendar, so you'll have to check it out there. And then I also have a, that's a wrap class. We're going to do boxes, bags, and tags coming up on November 15th. It'll be a whole afternoon class. It's $45. You get some product to take with you. That one's going to be a lot of fun, too. This one, we use the scoring tool to do this, and some little gold accents with it. And then this is your little piece that's going to go inside. And then this one that uses the die set that we used today and the embossing folder. Okay, I just love this. This one has a little glitter. This is Secret Sea glitter, and I did cut out a dove for the inside, and then this is the outside. You can see we've used that same embossing folder I used today, the same two dies, and then this, and then we just actually did some flicking. We flicked with some Wink of Stella in the background there too, so it's kind of sparkly. And then last but certainly not least, we did this one. I love the gold and the metallics at Christmas time. So we did this one. And you can see we have a little mesh ribbon that we added to this little label die. And these sentiments come from the ephemera pack. And they're really, really pretty in that gold. And again, we use some sparkly sequins, some little gold accents. And this is our white and gold twine. It is so pretty. I made a little double bow. And then for the inside, we just added some of the gold foil accents there. Got a little, there we go. Some of the gold foil accents on it. So that is what a holiday Stampin' Stack looks like. You make all 5 of those and 2 of each of them. Actually, here's number 5 hiding under here, right? This one kind of is more of a masculine one. We use some Nests of Winter Designer Series paper, some textured paper, and I just did some blending around the edges there. This is the branching out dies and the Spotlight on Nature round dies. And then we're going to just add a little piece of DSP along the bottom on the inside. So that's your holiday Stampin' Stack. We made 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. The people that took this class worked their buns off, right? And then 2 of these. And again, there is one more coming up, so just check my calendar and you'll be able to see that. I do a monthly class, and we do 4 cards in our monthly class, and it is $15. If you want a boosted class, you can do 2 of each of the 4 cards for $23. So we focused on the beautiful pumpkin stamp set. These are the branching out dies, and again, that linen thread and some Designer Series paper. And then this is going to be the inside of your card. Your inside will always kind of tie it together with your outside. I have a downline who told me you always have to at least put a piece of white cardstock on the inside of your cards. So I always try and do that now. Our downline is amazing. So they're always there to help support you and give you little tips and lots of fun stuff. So this one, I loved that Lost Lagoon paper. A little bit of heat embossing for sentiment, and then dry embossing on that gold paper kind of matches the little gold in the Designer Series paper. And then this is the inside of my card, which I think, you know, again, ties it back to the outside there. And this one. This was one of those stamp sets that was just definitely calling my name when I saw it. So this one, we've actually taken the gold ribbon and cut it in half and did a little bit of splatter or flicking on the designer series paper and the pumpkin. A little banner there. And then this is going to go on the inside. And then we have this one. This is our fourth one. And again, maybe a little more masculine. I got a little piece of my inside from that Mists of Winter stuck in my bag there. Let me put that on the inside too. So this is our card, and they have a stamp set called Sign Design that has a bundle, and you can get the punch or the die. I got the punch for this one. And this is a two-step. That beautiful pumpkin is a two-step distinctive stamp set. So you get all of that really great shading and those lines, so it almost looks like a photograph with it. And then this little piece just to put on the inside. So this is what a Rubber Room monthly class looks like. You have 4 cards, all made with the same stamp set. And we just kind of make them with different patterns, papers, designs, colors, so you can really kind of showcase how versatile this stamp set is. So thanks so much for stopping in, you guys. And again, if you want this card kit, you can Venmo or PayPal me $10 and I will mail it to you. Or you can place a minimum $50 order on my website at rubberroom.stampinup.net, and I will send it to you for free. So thanks for stopping in, you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.